Do you struggle with perfectionism? We're going to talk all about it. Stay tuned. That's what's up next. Hi, my name is Natasha Daniels. I'm a therapist and make videos for people with anxiety or OCD. And I want to talk today about perfectionism because so many people struggle with this issue. And a lot of times people don't even think perfectionism is an issue. They think that if they are not perfect or if they cured their perfectionism, they would be a failure. And that's the first thing I want to talk about is this connection with if I'm not perfect, I'm a failure. You know, ironically, perfectionism is a big imperfection because none of us can be perfect. And when we strive to be perfect, and I've seen this a lot in my practice with people around me, with people I've worked with, when people strive to be perfect, they are often slower, less effective, they don't take risks, and they don't grow. They don't get better. They don't build their skills. So when we work on our perfectionism, we actually become better, more effective, have higher quality work, and expand and grow our skills because mistakes are what helps us grow. Imperfections helps inspire us to do better the next time. We look at things, we get feedback, and we alter. That's how we develop. So if I had an employee who was a perfectionistic person and they were making this perfect pizza and they made it perfectly circular and they got that sauce on every corner and then they produced this beautiful masterpiece that looked and tasted beautiful. And I had another employee who was able to get that circle down. It didn't have to be perfect. They got their sauce on there, but they were super fast. They were able to make 10 to 20 pizzas while this person made one. Who am I going to keep, right? This person is better at their job than this person, even though this person is striving for perfection. I want to talk to you about my daughter. My oldest daughter loved art, and she started doing art, and honestly, she wasn't the best. It didn't come innately to her in the beginning. And she worked on it and she worked on it and she watched YouTube videos and how-to videos and she was up late at night in her room, practicing her strokes and learning her techniques and watching people do it, making a lot of mistakes, making a lot of art that wasn't high quality. And what happened? Her skills and her talent got so good that she is amazing now. And she is going to go to college and become an artist. So if she had given up when she was younger and said, I just don't have it. I don't have it. I'm not that great. She would never have prospered because making progress is about the effort and the work that you put into it. If you don't put the effort and work into it, no matter how innately talented you are, no matter how gifted you are, people are going to pass you by because it's the work and the effort and handling those imperfections and handling setbacks that make people go that much more forward. So work is part of it, and imperfection and failure is part of it. That's part of the growth. The next thing I want to mention is that you're not going to be great at everything. You're not. And sometimes when we struggle with perfectionism, we want to be great at absolutely everything we do. I'm not good at math. I am good with feelings, and my kids know this. If you're having an issue with friends or feelings or anxiety or OCD, come to me. If you're having an issue with math, go to your dad. I cannot handle it. Think about your favorite musician or your favorite artist. Do you think that they can do math really well? Do you think that they're amazing at history? Can they do algorithms? Are they good at computers? No, they're probably not. But put a mic in front of them and they're amazing. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. And we all have areas where if we grow and we work at it and we fail and we grow and we fail and we grow, we're going to be amazing. But you cannot be amazing at everything. Do you think Tiger Woods or your best pro athlete is good at absolutely everything? Do you think that they can, crush the stock market or do math equations in their head? Probably not. Think about your math teacher, one that was really good. Do you think that they're really good at singing or dancing? Probably not, right? We all have our talents and our weaknesses. So you have to let go so that you can focus on the areas that you really want to put your effort into. And lastly, I want to talk about how you're not going to be the best no matter what. And I know that can be disappointing, but there will always be someone better than you, and there will always be someone who's not as good as you, no matter what. Even if I'm an Olympic athlete, there is somebody who probably is gold, even if I'm silver. So I might be better than almost everybody in the world, but there's still somebody who's better than me. And there's always somebody who's probably struggling more than you. So instead of looking around you and comparing yourself to somebody else's self, compare yourself to yourself. You know, I did this, and then I worked on it and I improved, and I did this. And then I worked on it and improved, and I did this. And don't keep pushing the bar up and up and up until you feel like you can never reach it. Celebrate every step. Celebrate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. That's not, going to hold you down. That's not going to make you not want to propel and go forward. It's just celebrating every bite-sized victory that you have. And don't look behind you or in front of you or above you or below you to compare yourself to other people, because you'll always find someone above you. You'll always find someone who's right on your tails. Look at yourself and compare your results with how you did prior to that, and then you'll find success. The last thing I want to mention is that people who struggle with perfectionism for different reasons. So you want to ask yourself, if I were to quote unquote fail, what's the worst thing that will happen, right? And we're not saying that because I want you to embrace failure. And a lot of the people I work with in my practice, when we talk about perfectionism, they worry about that. Oh my gosh, Natasha wants me to fail. She wants me to be subpar. She wants me to accept less than. I don't. I want you to be the best that you absolutely can be. I want you to sparkle. But what I realize is that you're going to have to crumble and sparkle and crumble and sparkle on the way. But what is driving this perfectionism? Are you afraid of what other people are going to think? Are you afraid of judgment from other people? That's more of a social anxiety flavor of perfectionism. Are you afraid that people aren't going to like you? Still in the social anxiety. Or are you hard on yourself? You don't care about what other people think, but you are not happy with yourself unless you are absolutely the best and you don't make any mistakes. And so it's driven by you, that you won't feel like you're good enough for yourself if you don't propel yourself forward. So you have to ask yourself, where is it coming from? Are you worried that you're going to be a disappointment for your parents or people around you? That you're going to disappoint those that you love, and then maybe they're going to think less than you? So there are multiple reasons why people have perfectionism, and you want to tap into what your core fear is around it, because along with taking risks and doing things that are less than perfect, you're going to want to attack those thoughts too and say, do I really care what other people think? Actually, when I'm striving for perfection, I'm actually being slower. I'm holding myself back. I'm not taking risks. I'm not growing. So do I want to do that because I'm worried about what other people are going to think? So think about what your thoughts are and then start attacking those thoughts and reframing them and thinking about it differently. And then I want to leave this video with a little challenge for you. One of the best ways to deal with perfectionism, and the scariest, is to get yourself used to imperfection, which means sometimes making a mistake on purpose. That is like an exposure. And it's not like sabotaging your life and embracing just failure. People with perfectionism get paralyzed with fear that they're going to get something wrong. And that feeling of discomfort that comes with perfectionism is what propels people to strive for perfection over and over and over again. But you want to get used to feeling that bump, feeling a little bit of imperfection, and then working through it. Because when you get used to that feeling, you're able to handle those bumps better. You're able to take risks, do things that are less than perfect, work on your skills so that you can get even better. And that is really the ultimate goal, is to being the best that you can be. So what can you mess up on purpose? What can you do? Can you do art and make it less than perfect? Can you say something that is less than perfect? Can you answer a question in school or at work that is less than perfect on purpose to just experience that discomfort? It doesn't have to be big. Start with a small little step and build up. And that's how we desensitize ourselves for those bumps so that we can propel ourselves farther and be the best that we can be. So I hope that you find the sparkle in everything you do, even if it's less than perfect. And I'll talk to you again next Thursday. Take care.